Alright guys, here's my new video, and it's going to be all about the SIRT Pistol, which stands for the Shot Indicating Resetting Trigger. Those of you who have seen my videos before, you've seen this footage of me practicing with my SIRT Pistol for the first time in my dry fire class, and that's what's really cool about it, is I can go in and practice all types of scenarios anywhere I want, knowing that there are no live ammo. I can get a bunch of movement reps in. I can get a bunch of realistic reloads and practice target shooting in, and just getting comfortable holding a firearm in my hand, a pistol, which resembles the Glock 17, by the way. So if you own a Glock 17, this is a must-have for you. But any pistol, you got to have a SIRT pistol. Right here, I'm working on finding the wall on the trigger, and basically it's the point at which the trigger breaks and the shot is fired, and you can see it's right there, and I'm pulling it quickly. And this is a part of the video where it shows you the way you don't want to pull it. Very inefficient, a lot of movement in the trigger, and you can really mess up your target or your shooting at a target range or anything. You could also do with the SIRT pistol is you can practice your mag reloads, which is very important when you're thinking about situations that you might get in and you got to get bullets into your gun. You got to practice reloading your firearm. You're not always going to be able to be at a perfect bench like at a range, load your magazine up, and then get your shots in. Here we go, practicing breaking at the wall of the trigger. So just breaking off of that and seeing the laser come out. And as you can see here, that laser is getting planted really nicely onto that wall, for the most part right on the same spot, and that's what you want to do. There's a second setting on here where you can show yourself that when you pull the trigger down to the wall, there's the first light, and then that second light is you breaking the shot. And that's a good way to train, and this is what it would look like if you were shooting. And if it goes blank like this, again, you're being inefficient. So imagine thousands and thousands of reps of you working the lights and being able to always have that second light on while you're breaking shots, just like it has here. It just becomes a habit after a while. And if you've seen some of my other videos, improper trigger finger leads to swiping of the gun, which will lead to movement of your shots left to right, up and down, different areas. And I used to shoot down to the right, not anymore. And I also practice a lot of draws just because I want to be quick. Situation when you're in trouble is going to be all about speed, you guys. It's not going to be about accuracy of your shots. It's going to be about who can draw their firearm the quickest, and so you got to work speed. But you never can forget your grip. And so I'm able to be in my house and practice my grips in front of my children, and they think it's a toy laser gun, and I know it's an expensive SIRT pistol, which is basically a practice to my real firearm. But I can do this and in front of them, and it's not weird. It's not weird if someone were to walk by or walk into my house and see me with this. It's painted green, and it also comes in red, and so it's a very good tool to have where you can practice holding your Glock. And again, it's a Glock 17 model, so I own a 19, which is okay. I also have a holster, which I bought, and I get to practice this at home before I go to my dry fire class. So right here, I'm practicing drawing out of my new holster, which I just got, and I'm working my speed, how to get my hand grips right where I want them to be, and draw out with speed and get those sights up right to where I want them to be, and start breaking shots. And I'm getting comfortable knowing where my shots would land without having to actually aim. And again, working speed. And here, just drawing and roughly breaking 10 shots and starting over. Okay? And if you do this enough time, it gets tiring. And you'll see here in a little bit that I start to get tired in some of my practice videos. But this is right on the side of my bed in my room, and I'm practice writing against the wall and just drawing quickly and breaking shots. I'm going to do this 10, 20 times. I'm going to get reps in. Now, we're going to go for the draw. I'm gonna break the 10 shots, and then I'm gonna go into a reload. Okay, practice pulling my extra mag out, breaking shots there, dropping it, boom, getting bullets back in. Right there, in a matter of seconds, I got 20 shots off with my pistol. And if you don't practice this, it's gonna be impossible for you to ever do this in a real situation. I'm telling you, because practice makes perfect, and that's just how things work. I know this is not a real gun, but it's getting me comfortable doing this, and I'm gonna show you here at the end of the video that I practice these things in the range. I'm starting to kick up the way that I practice myself in the range because of my SIRT pistol. So again, very small investment when you're thinking about how good you want to get, how comfortable you want to get manipulating a handgun. So again, we're still doing the draws, the breaking the shots, and then reloading. Just adjusting my grip. When I turn it to the side there, I'm always looking at my grips to see, do I have the gun holding the way that I want to. This might be, and look, see, you're not always perfect, but you want to get those reps in too, because you don't want to be in a real situation having fumble your second magazine. Next thing you know, you're in trouble because the guy has a gun on you or whatever the case may be. So here I get to work my draw, breaking my shots, reloading, and then not forgetting to either rack the slide or drop the slide with my thumb. And I'll do either or. I'll practice in both ways. Right here I'm racking the slide back and then getting back on my sights and pressing down on that trigger. I'm starting to get tired. If you really look at look at here, I'm shaking my hands out because I'm starting to get tired. And part of getting a good grip is being relaxed on your right hand. If you're a right hand shooter, being relaxed with that, but having a nice solid grip with your left hand. And so it takes a while. And like I said, I practice these things on the range. Right here, I'm going one in the chamber, dropping the slide, letting the shot go. This is real fire right here at the target range. Dropping it right on my bench there, reloading another mag that has one, and shooting. This is what I do. Takes 2 shots, 2 ammunitions, and I'm able to practice my reloads at a range that's a pretty strict range. They allow me to do this as long as I'm safe. And this is just a slow-mo version to kind of see the mechanics of my handling. And this is a while back before I actually had maybe a week worth of my SIRT pistol, and so I bet if I were to do this again, I'd be a lot better. You can see here, I'm trying to drop the magazine, but I'm having trouble doing it. Look at my fingers moving around. Just trying to get that mag out as quick as possible. And you got to practice this stuff, I'm telling you. And imagine in a real situation when you had adrenaline in your body, there's some real stuff going down in front of you, and you got to protect your family or whatever the case may be. Forget about being able to do it. Forget about it. Unless you practice, you're not going to be able to do it. And that's my motto. Hopefully I never, ever, ever in my whole entire life have to use this gun for self-defense. But just for fun and my hobby, just learning how to reload and fire quickly, get on sights quickly and be accurate and practice my grip. All of this stuff is really fun. So thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Like my channels, comment on it, and again, I'm a new shooter. I'm relatively new, just a few months. Hopefully this is helping some of you new guys out there, and you new gals that are getting into firearms, especially in California. And thanks for watching. See you next time.